Welcome to Super Chevy Brothers podcast. This is episode 109, the Super Chevy Brothers show. Hey, how's it going? Welcome.
Hey, am I supposed to hear you?
No,
We're
never
good to
have.
go.
Never have.
Couldn't remember. It's been so.
True. Are you ready?
I'm ready. We had a break.
You gotta talk into your mic.
Action Jackson. Ready, set, go. Too loud now?
No.
Okay, let's do.
All right. Well, I guess your movie thing.
Yeah.
What do you mean? Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, yes.
Okay. It's fine. It worked.
What was. Okay, just so on the way out I get the real. So hey, movie lovers. This is good because when I see a new movie, I kind of get criticized on here by the super Chevy bro that I'm giving away spoilers and all that
No,
stuff.
that's not what I criticize you for.
Yeah. So
I actually criticize you for the opposite. You say nothing about the movie.
I give a great description. I just don't want to give it away. And then when I start really talking about the movie, then you tell me I'm giving it all away. So I'm trying to strike a balance here. We're going to Wakanda Land. Black Panther. What was the name of the actual movie? Black Panther 2?
Wakanda forever.
What was it?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was just something they said. Okay, so Wakanda Forever. You know, I'm a Black Panther fan. Loved the first movie. Something totally new and exciting. I mean, it's not like the Black Panther, it's just the movie itself. Actually seeing the superheroes, the black superheroes, and all the inventions. It's kind of like seeing your first Bond movie or something, you know?
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm here.
Yeah. Well, so this one was not that. It was different. Very different. It had a lot of the heart and sentiment, like a whole lot of sentiment. Had some action, not as much. It had a storyline, a good storyline, but I think they introduced a new character and I think they got a lot of airtime, which wasn't what I was looking forward to. I was kind of looking forward to another crazy Wakanda land story. And instead, we get what's his name? Voldemort? What is it?
Namor.
Yeah, that guy. And I guess the best thing about Namor was
Oh my.
his winged feet. So there's no spoilers there. So he could he's a water guy with wings. What do you call that? A winged fish or something? So anyway, he's like the king of his troops and because they shared the same. Am I too loud again? See, I was too low. Jeez.
Just talking to the microphone.
So,
Don't talk at the walls and into
I'm
the
not. I'm
ether.
right here.
Just talk right into the mic.
It's in my mouth. It's almost disgusting. I don't even want to talk about it. So here we have I don't know. This guy shows up. He's the villain, and I like good villains. Don't get me wrong, but they introduced you to his world, and he told his story. I mean, I didn't want to hear about his story. I came for Wakanda. That's all I'm saying.
You sound the real Kanye right now.
Well, then call me Yay, because I was not up for that. I mean, Mayan culture, is that what that was supposed to be?
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, that's lovely, but not in my Wakanda movie. I did not want that in my Black Panther movie.
You know they exist in a world where there are other places, right?
Not when it comes to my Black Panther movie.
But you can't have, what do you want? Civil War? You want on black violence? That's what you want?
That's not what
it sounds what that's what you're asking for.
Well, Black Panther started with a little black on black violence.
The whole first movie was black on black.
And white on black, yeah.
Mostly black on black, though. They literally had a war at the end with black people.
That's okay. At least there's a lot of black people, okay? But, I mean, it was interesting. Don't get me wrong. It's interesting, all that. It just wasn't what... I don't know what I expected, especially with my dude being gone. It was really sad, you know. The star of the movie was no longer there. And I understood that there would be a new Black Panther, and that went well. Still not giving out spoiler alerts on everything. But it happened so late in the movie that, again, the focus was not really on Wakanda so much as it was on the other civilization. So it was not my ideal Black Panther movie. I gave Black Panther, which is not out now, but it was before, I gave it an A. 10 at the top because it was something new, awesome, and wonderful. I give this one a B. It was still good and exciting. I love the warrior women.
But you mean like a lowercase b because it's not black.
Yeah, a little b. Is that B giant uppercase capital black enough? No. It was okay. And I understood, you know. Why can't I think of his name? Boz Chadwick. Yeah. Boseman. Yeah. I in my mind it's backwards. What does that say? Don't say it. I don't know what that means. So I knew that would be sad. And I did shed a tear or two. Because it was really sad just not seeing him in the movie, you know? But I think they paid beautiful tribute to him. The cast and, you know, how they presented things. I think it was really neat. And of course, the end always leads to the next beginning, which was pretty wonderful too. So overall, again, I give it a B. There were lots of exciting things, new inventions, action. The other character, the one who had the suit, remember her?
Yeah, Ironheart.
Yeah, she was underplayed, I think. I mean, I thought we were going somewhere with that story, but she was kind of an aside. So I don't know. It's kind of all over the place. There were bits and pieces put together rather than a really solid story. So that's how I felt about it. I have no idea what the next Black Panther movie will look like, but I enjoyed it. It didn't feel 7 hours long, but I would stay the entire 7 hours to watch it.
Okay, so it wasn't 7 hours.
It was. So that's the review for the week. Cue music.
Sure. Okay, I give that review. That was your top 2, all right? That was in your top 2 reviews. for reviews.
Well, yay! I get something.
Now hold on now.
Oh god!
I didn't say
Here
it was.
we go. I didn't know I was being reviewed.
I didn't say it was top 2, not 2. I said it was top 2.
Okay, I didn't know I was being reviewed.
You've only done
That's
like
all right.
8 of them, maybe.
All right, watch out! I'm
Not,
starting
not including the triple reviews. You did a triple review one time. All right, there's some things to clean up here and there. If
Can I get my notes like off
no,
podcast?
hold on, something to clear
Off
up
air?
here and there. But if I say it on air, you can listen back to it, and you don't have to take
I
notes.
feel like
Hear the
you're
notes.
making apologies to our millions of listeners.
No, I'm not making apologies.
Oh,
That's how notes work.
I don't want notes.
All right, I'll text them to you.
Okay, thank you.
Post them on the Facebook page.
And if any of our listening viewers, or is that just listeners?
Yeah, just
If any of you want me to review a particular movie, please let us know. You'll give
you have
us-
any stipulations with that, or
No, I'll review any movie.
don't? I wouldn't say that.
Why? What could it be?
Yeah, like
Possibly.
I can think of right now like 8 movies that you would not like to watch and review.
Well, I'm a movie buff, so I love movies. You couldn't tell it by the way I described them, but yes, I love movies.
Okay.
I've watched many of them. I don't remember them, but I loved them at the time. But
I was going to say I can tell by the reviews, but okay.
Number 1, The Matrix.
Okay, don't start naming
Number
your favorite
2.
movies now.
Oh, come on.
It's fine. It's
All right. Well, also, listening viewers, you can, because sometimes we have video, so I can say viewers.
usually have video. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you have your top 5 movies, send that in, and maybe we'll just review your top 5 movies.
Are you gonna review their top 5 movies or review their taste in movies?
No. You want me to, like, criticize someone's taste in movies?
Yeah,
We can do that too.
you can do that.
All right. If I had to review that old black and white, what's that Freaky Bean movie you told me?
What are you talking?
What's that stupid movie?
You did review. You reviewed every movie you reviewed. You can't re-review.
But what was it?
I'm not telling you to. You gotta remember on your own.
If I can review that movie, I can review someone else's movie. So, all right. So thank you.
But how are you gonna do that? They're gonna write into you, and then
They
you're
can
gonna,
write in the next show. I'll have the review.
so you're gonna review 5 movies.
No, send in their top 5, and I'll review the ones I want to. I get some.
Okay.
I get to choose.
It's time for some news. News time.
Right, you gotta do that with a little cheer.
Round 1.
It's the holidays. Cheer, cheer, cheer.
Number 1.
Brew 1.
Your choice. You can.
Let's get into the GameStop holiday spirits.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna choose that.
Because it's a holiday?
No, because it was the first one on the list.
Oh. What's wrong with going in order? There's
Nothing.
something to be said about order.
Go ahead. Go.
Oh,
GameStop.
okay. Well, basically, they're saying that GameStop they're being sarcastic, saying they're getting into the holiday spirit because they're laying off people. They have been, for the last month. So since that meme stock shareholder value issue came up, they've actually increased in their stock about 500%. 500 points, I'm sorry. 500 points. But they continue to lay people off. They're doing it from different departments, not necessarily all the stores. Some of them are software engineers and e-commerce staff, but still, around the holidays, who wants to be laid off? So they claim that they've completed some projects, and it's because of inflation, they want to make sure that they're sound and all of that. But they're just padding pockets like everyone. They're having some of the managers to double their work by managing more than one store and barely increasing their pay. So it's America, capitalistic system.
Is it better to fire people before Christmas or after?
After.
Why?
Because at least they got a good holiday meal. They may not be able to pay for the
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Maybe they feel good, but now they've got
but their bellies are
they're
full.
in trouble.
But their bellies are full.
Belly's full doesn't mean anything.
Yes, it does.
Your belly's only full for like a day.
Necessity is more important than wants.
Okay, but let's say you're like, oh, I got my.
If you ran up a bunch of bills, all right, that is not necessity. That's Christmas shopping.
But okay, if you get laid off, doesn't mean you're not gonna eat like ever again to get another job. But it does mean you're not gonna go buy Christmas presents like crazy.
You won't buy anything if you get laid off before Christmas. You won't buy.
Well, that's what I'm exactly. That's what I'm saying. You won't buy anything.
So at least you have food.
No, you'll buy food. You'll eat something,
but not good things.
But you'll eat something.
Not Christmassy.
But then, if you get laid off after Christmas, well, not only did you buy food and eat good stuff, you bought all those presents and used all those credit cards and you did all of this and that,
and you become a full-fledged American citizen.
And then you get laid off in January. Now what?
File unemployment, pay off the bills. There you go.
But so it's better after Christmas because what? Because it makes you happy?
It's never good to get laid off.
I know, it's never good, but which is better?
It is.
If you're the boss, you have to choose. You got it. You know you're laying off Tom, Dick, and Harry. You know you're laying them off.
I don't,
but it's December 1st. What do you do?
Wait till January.
Okay.
That's so disheartening and dispiriting. Fire people before Christmas.
Okay, January it is.
I mean, you got to do it anyway. Just let them have the holiday, for God's sake.
January it is.
For Jesus' sake, let them have the holiday.
Baby Jesus.
Baby Jesus.
You don't have to.
Round 2.
If you're gonna say baby Jesus, that's how you say it. Baby Jesus.
Elden Ring finally got a DLC update this week after what feels like 8 years of waiting for DLC. Elden Ring, it's finally out. We've got the DLC. This is 11 months. When did the game come out? February. So, but it's a multiplayer DLC.
It should be perfect with the number of patches and fixes they have.
Yeah, most of them are for exactly that, player versus player. Do you know what PvP is, player versus player?
Of course.
Okay, all right.
I really thought, if you want me to be
honest, I want to know what you really thought PvP was.
That is player viewpoint. But it's close enough. It was player. I got one of them.
True. So now the Coliseums are open. There are 3 Coliseums, one in Lanedale, Limgrave, and Carrot. Okay.
Oh, am I boring you?
No. And they have numerous modes, of course, a 1v1, but also like a battle royale. And you get points and you win, and it's fun stuff to do. A lot of the community likes PvP. I'm more interested in the story DLC, if there is any to come. I hope it does come. So, but it's good that something is out. now, especially Christmas time. A lot of people will have more free time and play, and I'm sure the player base will go up quite a bit. But yeah, that's out for you to get and play. I haven't opened it up yet.
And 3 times 1. What
Take
is
one
it?
headphone off,
Three!
please. Still screaming.
That's a magic number.
If I take the other one off, I'll have none on.
That might help too. I swear, you're in my microphone like.
But I haven't moved. I'm not yelling. Whisper.
Don't whisper. Just
Oh, whisper.
like talk into the microphone.
See,
Don't scream.
I talk into the microphone. I am not screaming, for the love of. How
Number
about
3.
the Fortnite job offer? Let's go to that.
Okay, go ahead.
Did
Go.
you cue it up?
I did.
Let's
Yes.
cue it up.
Clearly, the other headphone wasn't working because you didn't hear the music.
I heard it.
Okay.
Okay, so we have an artist who turns down a $3,000 Fortnite job, calling it hilarious. This is a Kotaku story. Want to give him credit for writing. And of course, that is laughable. Shame on them. We've talked about this before, how they are really very disrespectful to artists. And in this case, whatever project they wanted them to draw or illustrate, it's copyrighted. So that means the artist can not use it again. They can't claim it as their own. So they're just kind of using this person's talent and taking it and putting it in a game that's going to make billions of dollars and paying them a pittance. Your thoughts?
My thoughts. I think I think that yes, it's kind of low for what they're asking for, especially it's a big company. They're going to use the art, or they'll be able to use the art in a lot of stuff like ads or in the game or whatever, and to sell the copyright for only $3,000 is pretty cheap. But also I don't think it's like, I don't think anyone is like, I think it's just a guy who's like the budget advertising guy for this quarter, and he's like, 4 artists, $12,000, get a thing, and then it's like talking to a machine or negotiating with a machine.
Well,
There aren't really people behind there that can make and anyone who isn't making those decisions.
right. In other words, they don't want to make individual decisions for certain things. They just want to have a bucket and say, that's what we're paying. And that's not acceptable. It's not. It takes hours to do what they're doing. It didn't take like 15 minutes. It's not like $3,000, that's 1 week's worth of work. It could take them a month.
Yeah, true. But I think it can, but I think the reason they should probably even say 3,000, right, is that someone will do it.
Oh, they'll get someone to
$3,000.
do it. It might be shitty.
It might not be. Artists are kind of not good at business.
Oh, there are starving artists.
I mean, that's why artists starve, not because art is profitable, right? People sell blotch paint for millions of dollars,
Right.
and art is profitable, but a lot of artists aren't business people. So
Unfortunately, yeah.
you're gonna have some. That's why the price is what it is, because they'll find someone to do it.
Someone will do it.
Absolutely.
And if you're that someone out there, you have to pay for it.
No, the right thing to do is to not do
Well,
it.
they're not going to recognize them. They're not going to recognize them for doing the job.
Yeah, true, but just don't do it. and then
Shitty job.
and then no, don't do it. They don't care about that, because if they own it and the copyright, they'll have someone on their team
use the robots.
fix it up.
Use the robots. Robots are cheap.
Yeah, they will. Eventually, they will, but then they don't own it. Like a lot of AI stuff forbids you from selling it. Like the copyright doesn't allow you to sell the stuff. Everyone can use it, but
Well,
you can't.
I appreciate the argument in the article. This is that they use agents to set amounts for the artists that took the time to sue Apple over the App Store
Well, I think it's a silly thing.
and to go after the cheat sellers. So
That's silly, though. That's a silly comparison.
I don't think it's silly. In
It
other
is.
words, they have lawyers, they have agents, they have
Yeah.
people that can assess things. And the
Yeah.
kind of thing that they're talking about, it's going to stay in the game. It's an illustration. It's that beautiful background stuff that
Yeah,
we
okay, I
talk
got it. I
about all the
understand.
time. And I think that's well worth money.
It is, but that doesn't mean because they cheap out here that, oh, look at you suing Apple. That's lawyers doing one thing, and then you have lawyers for their ownership and copyright and stuff, and a budget guy doing it's not even related.
It's not related.
I think it's
I think
like
they can do better in 3,000. Again, it depends on what they wanted. If they just wanted them to draw trees, okay. But I doubt
yeah,
it.
sure.
I doubt it.
We don't know what they wanted in the
Right,
drawing.
that's true. So I doubt it. But trees, okay, that's worth 3,000.
What if it was a tree? We don't know.
I think that's good.
But she didn't take the tree money.
Well, taking that tree money. Cock-a-doodle-doo.
Well, if $3,000 is out there, if you could draw some stuff.
Yeah, any artists that are starving, get that job. We're ready for another one?
Where's that damn fourth Chaos Emerald?
You gotta be okay. Never mind. So the game Mom plays but never
I was
plays.
hoping you'd save that for last. That's okay.
It's fine.
It's cool. Let's do it.
Marvel Snap.
Yeah, snap.
Started a new season, and apparently some people are not happy with it. What did you think?
Well, I don't like paying for money on games. I just don't. I'm terrible about that. I have so many full piggy banks and treasure chests and
Well, to be clear here, okay.
what?
So there's a new. Well, you got it. I thought you were gonna elaborate on what the story is.
Well, you said, what do I think?
Of what?
Okay, here's another Kotoku story. This is about Marvel Snap's honeymoon period. Might be over because they're charging for seasons now, right?
They charged for seasons before.
I've never paid.
Okay, so let me.
Why don't you describe?
Okay,
I don't pay. I don't pay.
So this new season of
Maybe
Marvel
that's why they
Snap,
don't want to pay the artists because of people like me.
probably the new the new season of Marvel Snap is like all the other seasons. You can buy a season pass for $10, or like the super season pass for 15, or whatever it may be. But this season there are no free rewards, or at least the free rewards you get aren't the same free rewards we used to get, which was a free variant you could get, or some coins or credits and things like that. This time it's more useless stuff like profile pictures or something like that.
Really?
Yeah.
I noticed that.
So now you understand what's going on.
Yeah, I'm with you now. I was like, where's my upgrade for my card?
Yeah, okay.
I'm just devastated now.
Yeah, so I think as long as people, the game's still in beta. Well, the game is still fresh, new. I think as long as people voice their concerns, don't buy the pass, don't buy the season pass.
I'm not.
Play
You don't
less.
have to worry about me.
Play less.
I do that
and
too.
You do that already. You haven't even played enough to get to the point where the game is like, okay, here's real people.
I love this game. It's a great game.
Okay. Yeah, as long as people don't buy into it, I think it'll change. That's usually the best way to do. Of course, you're gonna have people buy the season because I'm sure there are people as soon as it came out they bought the season pass. But if you're a free player, like don't buy anything, and maybe even don't play much this season, which is a month long.
Finally, someone.
And hopefully that reaches the developers. And of course, it's not always the developer.
Reaches Brew.
They're also, they have stuff they have to meet, demands, whatever. They want people to pay to get whatever. But at the end of the day, it's a game for us. So just don't buy it. Don't buy the stuff.
So let me ask you a question. So a game like this, it's a free game. How do they make money?
People who buy the season passes.
And so we're discouraging them from paying these poor people who put so much time and effort. These are frozen cards. It's not like they're up there, really.
No, they are. They change the game like every week. Something
they do.
They add different.
So why don't we want to give them money?
It's not that you don't want to give them money, but you don't want to give them. They gave us a value before,
right? And they took it away,
and now that value, there's less of that value here. Before, if you bought the season pass, right, you'd get the stuff,
right,
the other stuff that people
who didn't buy
get.
it. Right.
But now buying the season pass, if it's like it's weighing what if I didn't spend them, it's the cost, it's the opportunity cost, right? I could have spent that money somewhere else, of course, but there's also the opportunity cost of playing the game and not spending the money. Well, I would have gotten stupid little profile pictures or something. So now I'm paying the game. I'm paying money to play the game and get the stuff, some regular stuff I would have gotten before if I didn't. Being free used to be more. It used to, if you play for free, you get credits and stuff. Now you can't. So now I'm paying to get the credits that were free before. Is what it feels like. So
you're not getting anything really great.
I mean, you're getting you're getting season pass stuff, but you're also just getting stuff that should have been free before.
But isn't it like limited to 1 month?
Yeah, it's a month only. So it's every month you pay to get in that season pass.
So now you're paying $10 a month.
Well, no, you pay. It's not like a subscription or anything.
It is if it expires after a month.
That season pass is for that season. It's like you pay to join in and get the
season lasts for a month.
The season lasts for a month. You don't have to pay the next month. It's not like you. It's not
if you want to get stuff.
If you want that stuff, but that's why it's a season pass and not like it's not like this.
So you have like a.
You might not want the stuff that's there that season, so you don't pay.
I have a feeling they're going to give you really good stuff going forward because they see that people.
Well, they need to give people really. They either make the pay thing more worth it, or because there's not really much in it anyway. It's really short. Or make the free stuff worth it again, so that you actually pay. Like, if the free stuff is worth garbage, then what you're paying for is probably not worth that much anyway. But if the free stuff is good, then the stuff you pay for, they have to put better stuff in it.
Okay, well, let's hope they do that, because I don't know. They were suggesting maybe like $5 instead of $10.
They say that, but okay. So they could say $5 instead of $10, which would, on the consumer end, would make sense, because if you play like a Fortnite season or Overwatch season, those are like 2 or 3 months long.
Right.
And so you'll pay, money for more time. It's a longer time.
How much you pay for
it depends. It varies. I think like a Fortnite season is like $20.
So $10 isn't that bad.
Well, it's different. Fortnite's a shooty. shooty.
But this is a
Going
snap game.
So you can pay for the Fortnite season pass with in-game money or whatever. But okay, it's a mobile game. It's only on mobile, and it's probably mostly played on an iPhone. Apple takes 30% already.
Oh, really?
So yeah, of course. So $10 is really $70.
70 or 7?
$10 is really $7.
Okay.
And then you've got I don't know I don't know if Marvel Snap is made by Marvel or just licensed. But then you got the licensing fee if it's not, which is probably 50% of that. So the studio per person is probably only getting from you like $4. So if you reduce that to $5,
yeah,
30% is going to Apple. If there's a licensing fee, I know there's the studio making, but I don't know if they've licensed the names or if it's like a collab. I don't know. But if you want to make money, half is less than half.
You know what I have to say about this story?
What?
Nap.
Ho, ho, ho! I've got 5 good reasons for you to shut up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5!
Number 5 is a two-header. So as we know, Microsoft is buying Activision, and Sony's not happy about that. And they say, Sony's concern is that Microsoft it's not good for the market. Microsoft is going to have access to too many games, first party, that are traditionally available for all platforms, and that is going to hurt the industry. Kind of a monopolizing kind of way. Microsoft this week has made headlines saying that they are offering Sony a 10-year contract to have Call of Duty, and they already offered one and had one accepted by Nintendo. 10 years, Call of Duty will be on Nintendo, guaranteed. Sony says that's baloney. If you're gonna play fair, then you don't need contracts. And Valve, Steam says basically the same thing, but in we trust Microsoft to keep their word. Yeah, we trust Microsoft to keep their word and provide this game to everyone who would ever. So, what do you think of that? Do you think? I think if you need a contract, it's kind of like Microsoft is saying we're gonna give it to you anyway. Then they're offering, we'll have a contract, a guarantee we'll give it to you for 10 years. To me, it's like, do you think I'm a fool? If I'm Sony, right? Do you think I'm an idiot? If you guys gonna give it to everyone and let everyone have it, you wouldn't need a contract or offer a contract. And to say the contract is in like goodwill, why is it 10 years? Wouldn't the contract be like indefinite? Or I'm just saying, if you're saying
getting married,
well, that's what I'm. If you're gonna say, we're gonna provide this gaming franchise to any and all players who want it and all platforms, blah blah blah, then just do it. There's no contract needed, because once you start signing a contract now, right? It's gonna be on Nintendo or whatever. 10 years. Once 8 years comes up, something else is cooking. It's like it's kind of like making me keep my word, but it only for a short amount of time.
Oh yeah, that's what contracts do.
Yeah, but you shouldn't need one.
Shouldn't need one in business. Really?
there wasn't one before. Activision didn't have a contract to say we're going to make sure to release this on PlayStation and Xbox before. Never before.
What's
So
up with
if-
the $1 billion, the $68 billion?
That's how much Microsoft is buying Activision for.
I don't know. I don't know. Why is it different now?
What do you
If
mean?
they didn't do it before, why are they?
Because it's another. Microsoft is buying Activision.
Maybe after that point, they would want to do something different.
Who would want to do what different?
Sony.
Sony doesn't want them to acquire them at all because they think they're not going to release the game everywhere. They think they're going to be too monopolizing.
And maybe they are. Maybe that's what they want to do.
Well, yeah.
Maybe
well,
that's just to get Sony to look the other way while they're making the deal with Activision.
What are you talking about now? I don't know. What are you talking about? Look the other way to what?
Well, maybe it's a distracting move. They said, let's do this contract. And then they're buying the other thing so they have the monopoly. So then...
What do you... Mom, stop.
What?
Microsoft is buying one of the biggest publishers, Activision.
Got
Okay?
it.
For 60-something $billion. Or $6 billion.
8.7.
$68.7 billion. Okay? They're buying that. Sony doesn't like that because Activision is one of the largest publishers. They make a lot of games that traditionally are on all the platforms. Sony says that ain't cool.
Microsoft says that's not the case.
They say it's not the
And
case.
they'll offer the titles to their rivals like Sony.
Right. But then they offer a contract.
Well, they're saying we'll offer it to you for 10 years. After 10 years.
What's the point? That's what I'm saying.
But things change in 10 years. I mean,
That's what I'm saying. Okay, this battle is more of a battle of...
but again, it's not a marriage.
But it's a
You
battle
don't
of
have a
keeping
marriage
words.
that says, okay, in 10 years, we're going to change this. I'm saying they're doing that because they know in 10 years there's going to be large changes in how gaming is done.
Yeah, and that's what...
So they're
Sony's-
saying,
okay.
we'll give it to you for this long, but after that, I can't guarantee you.
But that's not what they're saying. That's what their actions are showing, but that's not what they're saying. They're saying this will be available always for wherever people want to play.
At least for 10 years.
But no, that's not what they're saying. What they're doing is 10 years because they don't want the SCC or whatever to break up the deal.
Right. So they're offering something so
But
that they
it's-
can move forward. Yeah.
But the only thing is, the whole point of the investigation is their word. Is that they're not going to take these titles and keep them from other places.
And that's why they're putting into contract for 10 years.
Yeah, but
guaranteeing
the contract isn't
that
locking
they're
them
gonna
in.
keep their
But
word.
the contract doesn't lock them into anything.
What does it lock them into?
It locks the other people into it. Because after the 10, if somebody offering you that deal,
No.
would you take it?
Oh.
Oh, why not?
Because that's not what I want. They're going to get
What do you want?
Because they're going to get their monopoly, and then it's going to give me a different...
And what do you want?
I want them not to monopolize everything.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying.
I need to figure out a way to get around that. All I'm saying is this. I understand why they're doing it. It's to their benefit. To say...
Who? You have to use names.
Oh,
You
I'm
can't
sorry,
use saying-
Microsoft. To say, we'll do this. We'll be friendly for 10 years. We'll give it to you.
Of course, that's in their benefit. To say.
Right. Because they need something to keep moving forward. They need that deal to keep moving. And Sony is just, they're kind of smart. They're going, no, that makes sense to me. No. But that doesn't
Okay.
mean it won't happen.
What won't happen?
The monopoly.
No, it doesn't. But
But if it happens without that
okay.
10-year contract, they don't have to do anything.
no. But
They
here's
don't have to
okay.
give it to them.
I think the game at play here is the investigation court thing that's going on,
Yeah.
and B, public opinion. Because Sony or Microsoft is notorious for saying these things like this and then rather quickly reversing on them.
Well,
Like, for example, Xbox games are going to cost $60. And then all of a sudden, what happened last week? Oh, I'm sorry, guys. Now all the games are going to cost $70. So this thing that they were saying, we're not like everyone else. We're going to, PlayStation's game with the $70, whatever. Now they've changed it.
okay, so they're making a bargain. They're saying, we know we don't keep
I know
our
what they're
word.
doing. You keep doing you circle wagon. You don't like make a.
I want to circle this wagon.
Don't circle wagons. Make a state. Make a point. Make a.
They don't
say-
keep their word. They know they don't keep their word.
Uh-huh.
That's like people who don't keep their word. They know they lie,
Yeah.
right?
Uh-huh.
So they're saying, on one hand, we know that we want to monopolize and we want to make this deal and we need this deal to go through. So on the other hand, I'm going to promise you this 10 years. And I promise you. And if you want, I'll even put it in writing.
Uh-huh.
And because nobody believes them anyway, they're going to say, we don't want it in writing. We're more concerned about the deal over here. And they can say, well, we offered to put it in writing.
Well, I'm talking about when I say I mean public opinion.
Oh,
Is what they're looking. They're looking to make like a good look publicly for the
of
consumer's
course,
opinion,
because
right?
they want to look trustworthy. We're willing to
Yes,
do this
I know that.
for 10
So, okay,
years.
what is your point? Can you say what your point is?
Well, I
Because
mean,
you're just saying what is happening. I
Here's the
know
bottom
what is
line.
happening. Okay.
we know what's happening.
There we go.
It's going to be a monopoly once they buy this, right?
Uh-huh.
And Sony's just going to be in a different position. It doesn't mean a bad position because
Okay.
Sony's not like the
Still listening for the bottom
underdog.
line.
He's not the underdog. So I don't think this 10-year thing is going to happen anyway. 'Cause it's
What do you mean
BS.
10-year thing?
It's just something offer. It's BS. They're not going to share nothing. Just like they change prices and do all this, take their word back. It's just a token is what it is. It's like, oh, we'll do this. They're not going to do it. It's not going to happen. They're
What about
gonna get
Nintendo?
the-
They signed with Nintendo 10 years.
Yeah. If they signed it, they'll do it with them because they have to. It's a legal contract.
Hmm.
But if they haven't signed with Sony, it's not going to happen.
So you think
Because Sony's calling bullshit.
they just won't put it out?
Yeah, they'll put it out. But just like Sony has games that they don't have,
It's a little different.
they'll have games that Sony doesn't
A
have.
little different.
Why?
It's like, okay, it's like, let's say you have a restaurant, I have a restaurant. You make tacos, I make tacos. We both go to the grocery store Fiesta to buy the ingredients for tacos, okay? Let's say we're the only taco shops in town. No one eats anything else.
But
right?
tacos.
And then, like, sometimes I buy the, burger place around the corner, and you might buy the Philly cheesesteak place down the street, okay?
I might buy them.
Because yeah, you're buying them,
To
okay?
eat?
No, you're buying them to own them,
Oh,
okay?
owning them. Okay.
Because you make
Need some other
now you
stuff
have
to
a
add,
now
yeah.
you have a taco Philly
I have
cheesesteak and I have a taco burger place,
Got
okay?
you.
But then you go and you buy the only grocery store. And then you're like, and then also maybe with that grocery store, you're also maybe not gonna let taco burger people go there. That's kind of what the situation is.
So we talk.
You also live in apartheid South Africa, and like taco burger people.
Okay,
are
my
black
mind
and
is
whites.
blown now. I can't. There's too many ifs. No. Too much.
No, you got it.
So
You
what's the
understand.
question?
I'm just explaining the situation.
I got it.
It's not just like this place has games, that place has games.
Yeah, but if I own the grocery store,
But that's
I can
that's
put you
that's
out
the
of business.
contention. Sony and some people are saying you shouldn't be able to buy the grocery store. And if you do buy the grocery store, you should be obligated to sell your
share.
groceries to
Yeah,
everyone.
but let everybody buy your
Groceries.
stuff. Yeah.
And then you're saying, of course I'm gonna let everyone buy my groceries. And then when they're like, can we get like a promise
I
about
have
that?
one.
You're like, I have a 10-year promise I'll let you buy the groceries.
For 10 years.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Capitalism.
What's wrong with capitalism?
That's,
I mean,
that's
let
what it
me
is.
rephrase that.
That's what it is.
Yeah, but that doesn't bear
I
anything.
didn't say
here.
it was bad. I'm just saying, well, it is, but
It doesn't bear any.
that's it. I mean,
weight
it's
in this
business.
conversation, though.
It's business. They'll cut the
Yeah, okay.
But it's
You know
business.
what? You are a bureaucrat.
Yeah.
You're a politician. You don't say anything. You say a lot of is's and ours's, and that's all you got.
But it's said.
You remember Bill Clinton? What is, and then you
Yes.
sit there and you talk, or like for 15 minutes, and you said like 8 pages worth of nothing.
Yeah.
That's oh my god! What am I? Oh my god! Jesus! All right, that's the news.
Capitalism.
Just, absolutely nothing. Microsoft is a business. This is business. You did capitalism. Sony don't want them to have a monopoly. They do want to have a monopoly. 10 years as on the. You just said what we read.
It's like the internet and all that. It's like the cell phones. It's like all of that.
What was that? That you just said? What was that? What was that? What was that? That's like eating a Rice Krispie treat. There's nothing in there. It's just air.
They all monopolize.
Okay.
I
Thanks
think
for
we're
listening.
done.
Thanks for listening to Super Chevy Brothers podcast. It's been 52 minutes. Enjoy your holiday.
Of
We'll see you next week.
enjoyment.
Follow us Twitter, Facebook, Super Chevy Bro, Instagram. Bye.
Bye.